Army General.
Shout out to Hate Army.
Your name is Hate Army?
Hate Army.
Saying Hate Army shit.
Hate Army? Was it Hate Army Watch?
Good vibes to the Hate Army.
Shout out for Hate.
Obviously, we got some kind of crazy political fight going on here. Why is her head so deformed? Her face. Why does she move like that? Look at that. She walks like her pants are too tight.
You cock.
She can't move her legs.
Benedicto.
Ew. Wow, it's like holding a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Take care.
Does the lion take care
Wow.
when he traces
Look at the
hair?
scale.
Or do you think me one of the latter?
No, my love.
Oh my god.
You are a lion. You're my lion.
I'm absolutely revolted.
I'm not afraid
Look at
of
this
little
disgusting
frost,
behavior.
Benedicta. But I will need someone to warm me when I come home.
Wow. You know, they said it was going to be like Game of Thrones. I didn't know they were actually going to copy the scenes. There you go.
The front lines are gone.
Uninstall the game immediately.
Chaos will conceal us.
Oh! Uninstall. I'm not convinced she's a human yet. I think she's like a goblin in disguise. A goblin wearing a human suit. There you go. Torgal. Clive's faithful friend, brought back from one of Archduke Elwin's expeditions. I'm not reading that. Jill Warwick. Born a princess of the Northern Territories, Jill was... What is wrong with her face? She looks like a porcelain doll. Why did they do this to their faces? Seriously, look at that. Anyway, Jill was a ward of Rosaria after her homeland's incessant raids were quelled by the Duchy. She was raised in Rosalie Castle alongside Clive and Joshua, who came to love her as a sister. So basically, it's one of those situations where these territories were at war. When it ended, they took one of the kids in. It's weird because this was in Game of Thrones and other stuff too. I guess this might have happened in like Europe history. You beat a group of people who you're warring with. You take one of their kids in or something. It's very odd. So basically, she's kind of like an adopted sister. Get it? Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Radical Jaws did a super chat. Red onions or white onions making a sandwich? Depends on the sandwich. Red and white taste different. Red is a little bit sweeter, while white will bite through flavor a little bit more. Alright. The voice actor of Sid is actually from Game of Thrones? Seriously? Oh my god. Could they have done anything else to copy Game of Thrones?
To more royalists. We'd better find another one. Take your pick.
Well, if I could see the doors, maybe I would try one, but I can't fucking see anything. Here, let's try this.
The land has fallen. The Eastern Territories all but belong to the Orcs.
Oh, great.
I'll have my men ready to depart.
Oh, look, it's gonna be Game of Thrones. Right now, here we go. They have to have these scenes. Game of fucking Thrones.
Engulf the mines ere long. Besides, you already have your orders.
Who is Barnabas? I don't even know who this is.
Yes, my
Who's
liege.
Barnabas?
The dark swallows more of the realm with each passing day. The land starved of the ether that gives it life. And as the fringes fade, the people flock to the mother crystals, desperate for their blessing. The war we wage for possession of that blessing, it breaks us from within, hastening us to our own destruction.
And so you do what must be done.
I unite the dominants, that we may bring an end to the strife, and found a new order to see us unto tomorrow. The world must be restored, and I will see it so.
You might have already had Sidolphus not betrayed us.
Him again. Lust you still for his embrace?
But... of course not.
So Barnabas is the
My
king.
liege. serve you, and you alone.
So stupid. 1,000,000% they're trying to be like
Remember
edgy
well
Game
the
of
day you
Thrones.
first entered these halls. Your pale hand pressed into his, as if it would never let go.
That was a long time ago. Yours is the only hand I need. Now and always.
Soon, my dear. Soon all will know whose hand it is that keeps them from falling into the darkness.
Hold me.
Do we really need to see his whole body too?
Let me go.
Seriously. It's so lame. And by the way, what was the point of that scene? What purpose did that scene actually serve in the entirety of the game? Nothing. It's pretty sad, actually, the direction that they took for this.
Report, milady. Your orders?
Pull the men back inside the care, Geralt.
He is here, then.
Have them lead Sid and his little pet to the chapel. I shall entertain them there. So you've come for me after all.
So stupid. Literally, you have no clue what just happened besides Barnabas is the king. They could have said that in one sentence. Barnabas is the king. And he wants to control the dominance. Okay. Did we need that fucking scene? No, we didn't.
All clear.
So after our very chill and fun level 1 podcast, I played Final Fantasy 16 all day long. 5+ hours of gameplay. Here's what happened. A ridiculous amount of cutscenes. Some interesting world building and lore. Some interesting gameplay mechanics. And overall, I can tell you this. At the end of the 5 hours, I'm actually intrigued and I want more. At the same time, my God, this game has too many cutscenes. Like, this game is really taking itself so seriously with the cutscenes. It really wants to be the video game version of Game of Thrones. It's got so much exposition. It's got so much gore. And sadly, I hate to say it, superfluous adult content. I mean, there's an entire scene with 2 characters in bed that literally absolutely nothing happens. There's no point for it to be in the game. They're just trying to have risque content. So I just finished 5+ hours of Final Fantasy 16 here on release day, and I wanted to share some of my initial thoughts. First of all, the story is very Game of Thrones-esque, and although the world building is great and the lore is great, I do feel like the game is really trying to be hard to be edgy and serious and adult-oriented like Game of Thrones. I mean, there's completely superfluous scenes in bed for absolutely no reason. Combat is growing on me. The more that I play it, the more I like the combat. At first I thought it was more simplistic. We had some more complex things, learning new abilities, teammates and stuff. It's getting better. So overall, 5 out of 10.